My name is Harpreet and I take care of government sales in India. Today, I want to introduce you to the concept of future is open. Today, there is huge amount of transformation going into the businesses, and companies today are dealing with it with their abilities to innovate. Many of these changes in business are to do with the fact that it's not about assets anymore. Rather, it's about how information is being leveraged in today's world, how information is being used to form a business. You can look at the examples of global business giants, likes of Uber, likes of Facebook, Alibaba, Airbnb. Common in all these companies is they are information centric. What I mean is, for example, Uber is world largest taxi company, yet they don't have any car of their own. They simply thrive on a fact how information is being leveraged. They connect a rider with a driver. That's how they have formed their business model. The side Facebook, largest IMS company, does not have any of its own media. Let's look at Alibaba, largest retailer company, do not have any of their own goods or stocks for that matter. Airbnb, who does not own a single hotel or property. They basically work on a concept of helping a person find accommodation and connecting it to the person who owns the accommodation. How industry is moving today. Innovators are coming into the people businesses and purely disturbing them using the information in hand. Let's look at the perspective of the Internet of Minutes. This will help us understand how people are able to disrupt these legacy business, which is simple. This is happening through the Internet of Minute. Today we see billions of people, devices being connected to the internet through IoTs. A huge amount of transactions, a huge amount of initiatives to form businesses are happening, and all this is happening through the information available, the Internet of Minute. With internet, you can reach the entire world anytime while sitting at any point in place in this world. Graph of changes, it took about 75 years for telecom companies to reach about 75 million users, but Angry Bird managed to do this in about 2 weeks, and I think Pac-Man in matter of few days. That's what I call the power of Internet of Minute, as this has exposed many of the existing companies to an extent that they just want to form their business on basis of the available information. It leads us to the next point. What is innovation? Innovation by traditional companies address issue of their growth that can only be addressed through innovation. Become more innovative. However, it bring changes and challenges that your IT teams won't like or prefer to start with. If you look at the traditional companies likes of GE, Ford, Walmart, and so on, they are changing, and the way providing services they are selling, they are delivering is far different than what it used to be during non-internet days. For example, GE today is writing about 10 of millions of code or maybe 100 of millions of code to provide backup for their most advanced version of cars. Look at the likes of GE Health, Walmart. They are building, or they are heading towards open innovation. They are building on top of open source technologies, open source initiatives within their organization, and there is a reason for it. And the reason is they have sensed the future is open. This leads us into a discussion of proprietary innovation versus open source innovation. If you look proprietary innovation, they work on a concept of innovate internally, share nothing. Now, there is a limit to it. Because this is purely dependent on the wallet of a company and people who are making the contribution in terms of what they are bringing to the table. This is solely dependent on these two factors. However, on the other hand, if you would look at the open source technologies, if you look at the open innovation, people share concepts, their information. Open innovation, people are sharing information globally, be it concept, software codes, be it their understanding. and their contribution. It is bringing people or individuals from every corner of the world, and they are happy sharing their new concept, their ways and ideas of innovation. Helps in ramping tons of these open source projects, which is, to be honest, making look proprietary innovation very, very small today. If you look at the likes of Facebook, likes of Google, likes of PayPal, they all have used open source technology and climbed their way up from being just a startup to the leading giants of their generation, of this generation. This literally shows how open source and innovation has helped them take those giant leaps, those big leaps to become leaders of today. If you look at the open source projects today, it is nearly 1.4 million, about 1.4 millions, or rather plus of it, plus number of projects are being worked upon at this present moment, and it is increasing year on year. These projects add real-time value to number of businesses across the globe, because this is a time where the Internet of Things, big data, mobile applications are really having their say in forming a business, in innovation, and making this world what it is today. Look further at the open source area of innovation and where we are adding value, what we are putting across the board as a promising innovation, promising assistance from Red Hat perspective are the technologies in cloud, mobile space, in software as a services, SaaS, and so on. If you take a step ahead, mobile market today, which has about 70% of Android market, is an open source platform. Big data and Hadoop platform on the other side are the most innovative way of doing data analysis, digging into those huge boxes of data that companies own today. Then entire cloud platform, which is built on Linux practically, and Linux today is becoming the major disruptor on cloud platform and bringing that cutting edge of innovation. It further assists in creating cloud, be it be private cloud, be it be public cloud. Linux is the way to go. Now, next question is what Red Hat does. So Red Hat today is a $2 billion entity, or on north of $2 billion entity, which is making open source safe. Key projects from the community do rigorous programming, testing, coding on top of them, and make them production environment ready. That's what at the highest level Red Hat does. Red Hat today has built the entire portfolio, the architecture of its offering, be it be operating system, be it be virtualization, be it be middleware technologies, or software defined storage, or the mobility platform. All of it comes the open source way. All of it is what we offer in terms of open source technologies. That's what Red Hat does. And all these at 1/10 the cost of proprietary softwares. And not only this, Red Hat today is being in the biggest demand by the hardware vendor for their product certification, by ISVs for their software certifications, and Red Hat is working very closely with both these ends and trying to help them innovate, trying to help them be ready for the enterprise environment. It has a strong enough portfolio that can help any company who is looking to innovate, who is looking to build on top of their current IT environment. Red Hat can literally help them with its cutting edge technologies, with these production ready technologies, and help them overcome any challenges that they are looking at. Have queries around is open source safe way to go ahead? To answer this, I can mention Red Hat today is being leveraged by 100% airline companies, giving option to these companies to build cutting edge technologies, to add cutting edge technologies to their data center and modernize their IT initiatives of a cost. The huge telco giants, they are investing big time into the NFV to build their network and optimize that is being leveraged by all of these telco giants is built upon OpenStack technologies, OpenStack technology, to which Red Hat is the biggest contributor. Financial organization, government organization, they are saving millions of dollars today as they are building on top of open innovation. This is a literal benefit that they are able to pull, they are able to get out of the open source technologies. The commitments that we offer from Red Hat perspective is the to make you ready for the next generation architecture. Offers sessions to evaluate your existing architecture and then help you optimize them and make you ready for the next generation business model, or cooperate them in your own business model with the agile infrastructure. So this is what Red Hat is today bringing on table for most of its customers. Much more than proofs with the likes of Cisco, which is using our DevOps technologies, Telefonica using our cloud technologies, Nokia using our NFV as a technology, and then many more examples are right there that can be shared, that can be leveraged. But all they are talking about how Red Hat has been a leader, a catalyst in the open source environment. And this leads me to our mission statement, and how Red Hat want to present itself is to be a catalyst in the open source communities, customer partners, technologies, the open source way. Thank you.